All the friends, and happy Mama Monday. I hope you are all having a beautiful week so far. I had originally intended on sharing a different topic with you all this week, but I have recently experienced for myself a first-time obstacle since moving down to Mexico back in February, so I decided what better time than to share my own experience than now. What are we talking about today? Today we are having a mindful conversation about the sacrifices we make in order to better our future selves. What's up, my girl? Oh my goodness. This is never gonna get done. I know that so many of you can relate to today's topic because I have seen firsthand the amazing self-work you are doing individually on your own personal journeys. Of course, if anything resonates with you in today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the alerts. I appreciate it so very much. Now, sacrifice is the act of giving up something valued in return for something that is regarded as more important or more worthy. Now, the things that I've sacrificed to be here in Mexico with my family are definitely not unimportant by any means, but we have another visitor. But in order to grow, to bloom, and to flourish, we have to make these sacrifices to better our future selves. So we have officially been living in Guadalajara, Mexico for 3 months now, which still absolutely blows my mind. I feel like we hopped on the airplane yesterday. And until now, I haven't really experienced any I miss home moments. Not to say I don't miss my friends and my family back home. Of course I do. I miss you all. But this weekend was kind of an eye-opener of the things that we are sacrificing and missing back home to pursue this adventure here in Mexico. So this past weekend was my little sister's graduation from high school. And I have 2 little sisters. Jenna, I promise I won't miss yours. But our middle sister Kristen graduated this year, and it was kind of the first main event that has really brought up this reflection on what we're sacrificing in order to better our family. This also touches on the gratitude point I brought up in last week's video and really shows me how grateful I am for where technology is in this day and age. And I am so grateful to be able to watch her walk the stage via FaceTime. So thank you, technology, for that. Although we weren't there in person, it was so great to see her graduate. So along with her high school graduation this weekend, it was also my mother-in-law's year-end dance show. My mother-in-law owns a dance studio back in Canada, and we decided to put Lux in dance this year along with her sister Luna. And it would have been her very first year-end show, but because we decided to move in February, we pulled them both out of dance early, and so therefore they missed their year-end show this year. It was a really hard decision to make to not return back to Canada to attend these events.
Tastes like salad and lemon.
Salad and lemon. I guess the fried beets that I made taste like salad and lemon. My kids are always naked because it is always so freaking hot out, so say hi. You're such a pretty little girl. Okay, can let me finish recording now? Okay. Now, of course, we took into consideration that there would be annual reoccurring events that we would be missing out over the year that we are away, but it has been quite a challenge to overcome that emotional tie to missing the once-in-a-lifetime events. So my cousin is getting married in 2 weeks from now. This cousin is my Irish twin cousin. We were born on the same day, 1 year apart. She was my first birthday present. So she is getting married to her fiance. They have a beautiful family, and we so wish that we could be there to celebrate their love with them. But again, that was just a sacrifice we had to make to stay on budget, stay on track, stay in that mindset of bettering ourselves and bettering our family. So of course the obvious of our sacrifices are the things that we are missing while we are away, but I also want to talk about the things we sacrificed in order to get here. The entire year prior to us moving down to Guadalajara, Mexico, we sacrificed a ton. So I don't want to get too into detail about the oil and gas industry and the recession Alberta has been going through for the past couple years and all of that stuff, but it has been a factor in reflecting on our own experience of what we are sacrificing. Budget was one of the big things that we had to sacrifice when we decided that we were going to move to Mexico. We were already on a tight budget, so when we decided to pinch our pennies and save our nickels, we really had to refine that budget in order to afford this next year away from home. We sacrificed going out and doing things and eating out and going to movies and doing family activities. Instead, we just found things that we could do with less of a cost, but the same amount of quality time. We also sacrificed our home space. So in 2016, Jerry and I bought our first home together and we really made it our home. I painted murals on the walls, the girls had their own spaces. I really personalized it to what suited our family best. And it was a big sacrifice to me to emotionally, mentally, and physically cut ties with our first home and move on from that sense of anchoring and rooting down. So we did say goodbye to our home when we left for the airport. And as of right now, we don't have any intentions on returning to that home space. So that was a bit of a sacrifice, saying goodbye to our very first home as a family. And probably the most prominent sacrifice we made prior to moving down to Mexico was our comfort zone. So really stepping out of the box with what we were comfortable with, how we were comfortable living, and ready to jump into the unexpected. Jerry's mom is from Guadalajara, and yes, Jerry has visited many times when he was younger, up into his adult years, but we have never lived here as a family of four in this specific lifestyle. So this was really a sacrifice of certainty, familiarity, and where we were in our own comfort zone. But all of that being said, we are forgetting the most crucial part of sacrifice, and that is our why, our motivation. For example, if you're sacrificing your early morning hours of sleep to ensure you can get a yoga practice and a hot tea in before your kids wake up, you're going to be rewarded with the benefits that you're seeing over time of committing to your self-care. Or maybe you are sacrificing a slice of your social life, not going out for dinner and drinks with friends or seeing all the latest movies in order to save for a trip that you have been dreaming of. In our own family example, our children, our financial freedom, and our experiences are our motivation. Yes, sacrifice can be uncomfortable. It can be hard on the head, it can be difficult on the heart, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Sacrifice is uncomfortable, but the benefits that we can reap from the entire process far outweigh the things that bring us temporary happiness. By sacrificing this year away from the life that we once knew, we're able to grow and expand our business. We're able to flourish in the Spanish language, something that we wouldn't have really put the effort into if we were living back in such an English accessible place. And we're able to bring our kids at the prime time in their lives, as you can hear them screaming in the back. This is a perfect time for their little brains to absorb this new language and this new culture and get the full experience of it. So if there's something that you're currently sacrificing in your life as of now to better yourself in the future, I want you to remember that this is only temporary, that this unfamiliarity, this uncertainty, maybe a little bit discomfort will fade away when you can finally reap the benefits of your sacrifices, whatever that may be, from big to small. So that's just a little bit of the things I'm missing from back home as I was a little bit sentimental this weekend, and the things that we are bound to miss over the year that we are away. I thank you guys for allowing me to share where my headspace is in regards to our move from Canada to Mexico. I still cannot believe it has been 3 whole months, and I'm so excited to see where the rest of the year will take us. That being said, I share a new video every Monday, so be sure to subscribe, turn on alerts, and tune in next week. I will talk to you next Monday, friends.